Hello, alchemists! Thanks for joining me, Lonehawk, for this new card guide. Today we're looking at the new Alchemy Ixalan Mythic card, Caldera Breaker. It's a big card with big effects, and the best part is you really only need one of it. We'll look at two different decks it plays well in, and see them in action on the ladder. I'll wrap up with thoughts on the decks, and a look ahead. Now, let's get to that first deck. Today's deck is Caldera Ramp, featuring the new Mythic Alchemy card from the new Alchemy Ixalan set called Caldera Breaker. It's a 6/6 trampler with a very extreme ability. When it enters the battlefield, exile all mountain cards from your library. When you do, Caldera Breaker deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. And we have 13 mountains in the deck. Now, granted, we probably have 3 of them out, but this is going to be enough damage to take out just about anything we pointed at. And then, when Caldera Breaker dies, put all cards exiled with it onto the battlefield under their owner's control. Notice that is not tapped. You get that mana right away. And conjure 4 cards named Volcanic Geyser into your library, then shuffle. And Volcanic Geyser is 2 red and an X to do X damage to any target. So you get pretty much limitless mana and 4 of these instants put into your deck. You just have to find them or find a use for them. So we built a deck around that. We are using our standard green ramping package of Delighted Halfling, Up the Beanstalk, and Gwenna Eyes of Gia to get to our 6 as quickly as possible. We are putting in Improvised Club because if we are facing white, we have to be mindful that they could exile the Caldera Breaker, and in that case we lose all our land. So we have Improvised Club there. If they go to exile our creature, we destroy it first. We have a couple of Draconic Debuts in here for more Spell Mayhem. That can also go up top and just win the game for us. We also have Song of Totentanz, which gives us more X-Spell fun. We can overwhelm our opponents with rats. We have a Braid to deal with some artifacts and to give us a little bit of removal in addition to the Improvised Club. We've got Ruby Daring Tracker to provide even more ramp, and then we have Palantir of Orthanc to find the cards we need, and Urbrask's Forge to pair up with Improvised Club if we get more than one, and we can just, set this going early and let it ping away at our opponents. We have Bonehoard Dracosaur because it's just a great card. Gets us treasures, gets us dinosaur creatures, gets us the ability to play cards from exile. Just great stuff. And we've got Kogla and Yadaro to be either a enchantment or artifact control, to do some creature removal. It can do 7 damage to, can fight a target creature when it enters the battlefield, or it can just gain trample and haste and do the overrun thing. In the land, we are very austere. We want as many mountains as possible, so I put in 13 mountains, 4 Copperline Gorges, and 7 forests. I didn't even put in the Captivating Crossroads. I don't think it's an advantage. We really want to drop Delighted Halfling and be able to play that on turn 1. And this does a fairly good job. There aren't many times when you get both the halfling and no forest. So, with that, let's get to the ladder and see how this does. It's not great. Not like that we have the Caldera Breaker. I'm going to mulligan this. That did not get much better. A little bit better, though. Let's get rid of the Song of Totentanz. And we will show forest. Evolving Wilds. They give me information a little early. I like that. Forest. Okay. Forest and what? I will do up to Beanstalk. If you've watched this far, please like and subscribe to support the channel and to get more from me as I release more videos. You're looking at dinosaurs here? Yep. Okay. Now we can do Ruby and then up to Beanstalk again. Nice, and we can play the Dracosaur next turn. The ramp seems to not be working. Love that, so the Dracosaur may survive. What are they going for this time? Almost expect to see a plains here for Evolving Wilds. No, they appear to be standard dinosaur gruel colors. All right, Dracosaur it is. Draw 2 cards, and we are off to the races. If it survives, we will get the treasure. And yeah, they're tapped out. It is safe to block. It would be pretty safe to block anyway. Yep, we get a treasure. And we get a mountain. We'll play the one from there. And yes, I feel like we can safely play the Caldera Breaker without worry of it getting exiled. Yeah, we will attack with... Oh, yeah, it works out. Thought for a second that I screwed up my play of the Caldera Breaker. Caldera Breaker. And I think I'm actually going to have to discard. Not quite. I have exactly 7. Yeah, we have, I guess we could have, I missed some damage there because I could have played the Caldera Breaker and targeted their Ixalan. We do have lethal for next turn. Oh, the Vantasaur. So we no longer have lethal. Oh, wait. Yeah, we do. We still have it. Because we can play Kogla and Yodaro and... And this. Yep. This looks awesome. We got a ramp on the play. If the Delighted Halfling survives, we can bring out the Palantir on turn 2. Phyrexians. We will let them through. What do we want here? We want ramp and lots of it. So if they want to put the Song of Totentanz in, they can have it. So are they doing Phyrexian Toxic? Sure would appear so. Yep. Alright. Yep, nothing to do this turn. No attacks. End turn. 2. I guess both are alright. We don't really need the improvised club. And we might get something of more damage if they put it in. No, just 4. That's alright. Yeah, since you're going to do that, we're going to actually tap that for mana. Yeah, I don't know that this helps a great deal. Oh yes, because I sacrificed it, they didn't get to proliferate. That's awesome. Next to combat, sure. In turn. Oh, interesting. I do not need 2. And really, honestly, I don't so much even want 1. I want the Caldera Breaker, or we want the... Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to play... We can keep up the Beanstalk as an alternate if they do well. Okay. Do we take 2? I feel like no. Come on, untap land. Alright, next. End turn. Yep. Okay, next turn we get there. We are going to take 4 poison this turn, at least. Oh no, actually, we can... target the Jawbone Duelist. Okay. And the Dracosaur comes out. What do we want here? I think more critters is good. Gwenna is good. We'll actually do that one. Up to 7. Okay, and we win. That was a close one against poison. Yeah, I think we can work with this. To get a little bit lucky with the land. Yeah, we'll do that. Next. End turn. I forgot to mention in the intro that Song and Totentanz is also nice in that it can just give haste to your creatures. Now, do we Draconic Debut? Seems kind of a waste. I think so, though. We'll give it a try. Okay, they are Boros at least. Oh dear. Next combat. In turn. Palantir. I will lose life. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Do we dare try Gwenna? Or do we... I mean, we just saw that they run burn. They seem focused on creating treasures as well. Yeah, let's play Urbrask's Forge. We've got the improvised club. Seems like we do have some time here. They pass their turn. Ixalan drop. Yeah, we will lose life again. What do we have there? Regatha. 2 Regathas. Okay. Oh, we can play the Dracosaur this turn. If they're playing burn, they might not have enough for it. Let's see what they do with the critter. Alright, we'll try it. Oh dear. And I have to double spell to do it. Awesome. We do need to let them start drawing cards now. Okay, we have 5. Let's swing first. I feel like, yeah, we play Gwenna. And end turn. If they do come after it, we improvised club. Yep. Really liking our chances right now. They do have card advantage, but we have 4. I mean, we almost have lethal for next turn. Well, that's different. Opponent draws a card. Alright, we have lethal. I mean, which way do we want to try and do it? Probably the best is just Draconic Debut. We do kind of have to commit to that, though. They do seem like they're going to do something here. Oh, Ribbled Shanty. Interesting. Okay. In that case, I think let's destroy the Palantir. And we can play the Halfling. Get in the way of things a little bit. They have 5. They could have their own Dracosaur. Which we'd kind of expect right now, actually. Are we looking at a Carnosaur instead? They now have 7. They have the Caldera Breaker. Good humor. Yep, and we destroy that. Okay. Okay. I think we are pretty well screwed if they have an X spell there. So I think we've got to play as if they don't have it. Well, if they get us, they get us, and if they don't, we win, I think. We can field the 6 strength Phyrexian Horror with the Urabrask, and then 6 rats. Presumably, okay, they draw a card, so they didn't have the next spell. Second Caldera Breaker. Spiteful Banditry. Not quite sure why they do that, but we do this for 6. Yeah. Do we just do it for 4? And give ourselves the out if something happens? I think so. Yeah. We can play 4. Next to combat. Yeah, and we got 2 shots at it. There we go. All right. I am generally happy with how it's working. Song of Totentanz did its job. It feels like the deck stalls a little bit in the mid-game. So maybe we want to replace, maybe up the beanstalk with something that just goes and gets a land, like Glimpse the Core. I like the idea of Bushwhack. That's the one that you can search for a basic land, or you can have one of your creatures fight another creature, which would be another way of destroying the Caldera Breaker, and we wouldn't have to rely quite as much on Improvised Club. If you think of something that I may have missed, I'd love to hear about it. If you watched this far, please consider subscribing. I've got a bunch more Alchemy Ixalan decks that will feature new cards coming up. If you want the deck list, it is on Moxfield. The link is in the description, both to the specific deck and to my Moxfield page. And I would love to have you follow me on Moxfield as well. My second deck is one that I derived from the theory crafting deck that I was using for the Grim Captain. It uses the mechanic of having 4 Crucias, Titan of the Waves, to seek a higher valued card than the rest of the deck. So we're going to get Caldera Breaker anytime we discard one of these 3-cost cards. And to make sure that we get Crucias, we have Pirate's Landing. A new card that I've already reviewed. It's a 1-cost sorcery, a red, to draw a card, but if mana from a treasure was spent to cast this spell, you can secret a pirate card instead. And we only have 1 pirate, Crucias. And supporting the Caldera Breaker, we've got, like the other deck, we've got a Braid and Improvised Club. For ramp, we've got the Iron Crag. We've got a Diamond Pickaxe, which gives us treasures. We've got Charming Scoundrel that gives us treasures. And we can also rummage with a card. We have... Well, Crucias generates treasures. We also have Gloin, Dwarf Emissary, that I don't know if it's ever been played against me, but in this role it actually works pretty well. Whenever you cast a historic spell, you create a treasure token. And a historic spell is an artifact, a legendary, or a saga. So we've got the Diamond Pickaxe, we've got the Dowsing Device, we've got the Iron Crag, legendaries, we've got Crucias. So we've got some ways, quite a few ways of generating treasure tokens with Gloin, and he also has the activate ability where you can tap and sacrifice treasure to goad target creature, which actually I have used. I used it to get around a Phyrexian Obliterator that was preventing me from attacking. Goaded it, it attacked, I absorbed the damage, and came back with a strike. We don't have Kogla and Yodaro this time. We do have Rebel Salvo that will take out Shieldred or Planeswalkers. And like the last deck, we have Urbrask's Forge. We also put in Voldaren Thrillseeker. It has the backup ability where it can put 2 +1/+1 counters on any creature, and for that turn it gains the activated ability for 1, and sacrificing it deals its damage equal to its power to any target. So another way to get rid of the Caldera Breaker in a very productive way. That's the deck. Let's see how it performs. Well, that looks just about perfect. And we don't really need the Pirate's Landing. We will start off with making that black. And we are up against mono red again. Okay. Yeah, the dowsing device isn't useful, so we're planning on using a braid. It takes a lot of damage off our head. Yay, direct damage. Okay, and now Crucias. And we will pitch the dowsing device. And ambitious. We get our breaker. Nice thing here is that very few exile effect. So I guess there is that destroy the ring thing. Yeah. Lose life. Fortunate. We got our trigger as well. So what do we do this turn? We could seek another pirate. But, gosh, I think we just, next to combat, no attacks, we'll dump the landing, submit one, and go ambitious. Cool. Do we improvise club here? I think we do. You can't destroy my pirate, because I'm destroying my pirate. All right. This is a tough call. I think we want to deny them cards. Take some damage. And my turn. Okie dokie. Oh, I did not realize I was going to give him 13 cards to look at. We did just exile a significant amount of their deck. That's kind of amusing. Godric, Shivan Devastator, Lightning Strike, Immodane's Recruiter. Cool. They get the Devastator. Three Flying Haste. Alright, they swing. One who draws a card. Alright, here. I think what we want to do is, yes, we can't do lethal this turn, but we can improvised club to get our mana, sacrifice the breaker, we'll destroy the Devastator, leaving them without a creature, and now we have 15, so we will Totentanz for 14. Alright, it was close. Looking awesome. We do have the nothing in the first two turns problem with this. Ameliorated somewhat by being on the play. Looking like Boros aggro. Yeah, we'll deal with that. We want Totentanz. We want the mountain. The only one we really don't want is Line, and we'll choose Expedient. Let's see how they deal with the pirate. And the answer is they don't. No blocks. Pretty okay with that. Yeah, we can play the dowsing device. Or do we want to discard that? I think we want to use that. Gives that +4. Next, we can do a little early damage. And, yeah, end turn. We'll and the second Song of Totentanz. What do they come after me with now? Eowyn, interesting. Okay, so I am not so afraid of exile now. I don't think they're just holding on to stuff. Yeah, and we can give this haste, so we can and next combat. In turn, Crucias has served his purpose now. We'll discard that and go ambitious. And excellent. Now we can even they get a treasure. Got a nice top deck. Yeah, we'll use the club at this point. Destroy that. Good game. Well, that worked pretty darn nicely. So when this deck works, it works very well. It is fun, and it does have some reliability problems, and it does have some difficulties with aggro. If you don't get the early removal and stuff, it becomes kind of tough. I think I might dump the diamond pickaxe and the dowsing device, even though it did give haste in that one instance and give you a little bit of ramp. I don't know, it's interesting. I guess the jury's still out on it. I will probably keep it in here. I don't think the Iron Crag is necessary in here. It's nice to get to the Caldera Breaker, especially if you're trying to build 8. The general mechanic of the deck works, just not every time. Pretty smooth though. So this deck list and the Gruel deck list, the Caldera ramp, will be up on Moxfield as of the publish of this video. Feel free to go there and check it out. Love if you'd throw me a like and subscribe here, and a like and a follow on Moxfield if you end up going there. Love to hear from you in the comments if you try the deck out and how it worked for you. I don't know that I would craft a whole lot for this deck. I mean, it's not the 70% win rate thing. I think it's probably a little over break even, but it's close enough that if you don't have the cards for it, it probably isn't worth going after. Next time, I think I'm going to do Argwell, High Marshal Argwell. It's a vampire knight that I'm having some fun with. Thanks for joining me today. Look forward to seeing you soon. And until then, may Magic the Gathering Alchemy turn your day golden.